A fresh plea seeking the quashing of Section 377 has been admitted by the Supreme Court. The Section 377 criminalizes homosexuality and all forms of unnatural sex. Now, Supreme Court has issued a notice to the centre seeking a reply within 1 week. Meenakshi Banja gets us more details.
377 decriminalization has a massive voice which has come to its aid, and it is nobody less than the former Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi. He has come out on record and today accepted as to what prompted him to put his signatures 2 years back on that curative plea, which was the plea that point in time that Supreme Court was considering. And today he also appeared for Keshav Suri, one of the petitioners who has raised extraordinary ground, a completely unique, fresh ground before the Supreme Court, whose petition has been admitted. Now Keshav Suri is making the argument before the Supreme Court as to how, apart other ramifications of having 377 be a criminal offence, there is this impact or implication to the GDP as well. The GDP of this country also takes a hit to the extent of some 1.3% as per the World Bank report, which Keshav Suri is citing in his petition. And the sizable LGBTQ community in India who contributes to the workforce is also feeling marginalized, as a result of which there is this economic implication to having this section in the current format. So this ground is completely unique, it is new, and the Supreme Court has sought the reply from central government in a week's time.
In fact, Meenakshi Banja also spoke exclusively with Mukul Rohatgi, the former Attorney General, who says he disagrees with the Supreme Court's ruling on Section 377, as every individual has constitutional rights. Listen in.
The Supreme Court delivered its judgment reversing the High Court view. Yeah. And I personally think that the view of the High Court was correct and the view of the Supreme Court is completely incorrect. Yeah. And the Supreme Court failed to realize that every person has a constitutional right. It doesn't matter whether you are in a minority or whether you are in a majority. That is all what is the LGBT rights all about. So after the review was dismissed, a portion of these people came to me. And after I studied the judgment of the High Court, I was quite convinced that the Supreme Court should retrace or recall its view.
And one very quick last question, sir. Mr. Suri's plea here in the Supreme Court is raising economic implications of and that's a ground which has never been perhaps...
We have raised the economic ground also. You see, a large population in the world comprises of LGBT. I mean, in terms of percentage, you may say 1, 2 or 3%, but it's a huge number of people. Yeah. And I personally know a large number of people belonging to this gender, so to say, across the world who are very well off and who are excellent in their fields. Now, they also travel. So when you have an economy here, people come here, they travel, they spend money, it adds to economy. So a large number of tourists will not come to this country knowing that it is a criminal offence.